So our next talk will be in English. We have Steve Hutson here. Steve Hutson is the Talent Acquisition Director of Rocket Fuel. And Rocket Fuel is a media buying platform exploiting artificial intelligence and big data to boost the ROI of its customers. It's just that easy. So, if you haven't understood any word of my last sentence, you should really listen to Steve, because what Rocket Fuel does is really cool, and Steve will tell you why. Steve, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Oh, can you hear me all okay? Yes, marvelous. Here we go. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. So, as I quite kindly introduced, I'm Steve Hutson, and I'm the European Talent Director for Rocket Fuel. So today, what I'm talking about is not just about what Rocket Fuel actually is and what we actually do, but I'm also being here to act as a mentor to help people to think about their careers for the future as well. I've actually personally interviewed 5,432 people by myself on a face-to-face basis. So that gives us a lot of insight about how you can grow your careers for the future. And Rocket Fuel's culture is very much about that. It's how can we develop it and grow our people. Because you'll hear a lot of us people say in the companies, they'll say, company is our people. What we believe in is people are our company. That's very important. So what does Rocket Fuel do? In its most simplest context, what we actually do is find people, thank you, to go to the digital advertising. Everybody's heard this big words of big data, which is this marvelous universe that the digital world has created. And the ideas of like when we used to do offline advertising or TV advertising, we pretty knew exactly where we could go. With the new technology innovations and what was happening out there, it's pretty difficult. So some very jolly, very clever rocket scientists came to us and came up with this fantastic algorithm which allowed them to be the search to find the right people to get to the advertisements. So for instance, if Vodafone want to do a new advertising campaign in the digital space, they come to us to make sure that they get George, Jane, all that, these people who love their phones get to front of those sort of things. So that's what Rocket Fuel actually does. We actually put people together, and it's exactly what I do as well as a talent director. So this is the kind of what we actually call ourselves and everything else. So we have an artificial intelligence. So it's a little robot going around like this, finding all these really cool people and putting it all together. So that makes us very, very successful. And we've grown massively. Since 2008, we're now, as my eyeglasses have gone, $241 million. So we're now over, well, it's actually 832 people in our company. And it's really exciting for me to find all these new people for us to join us as well. So how can I describe the Rocket Fuel culture? Well, I think it's a combination of our startup culture, which means we can wear our jeans and our t-shirts and shorts, eat lots and lots of cake, because we have loads and loads of cake in our offices all the time. And that's why we give you gym memberships, because you're eating lots, and so therefore we're taking care of you to make sure to do that. And we actually offer free food. So we're a very foodie company, so we really do like feed you with good sort of like food and everything to grow properly, but also we have very innovative ways of helping you through our training and an amazing HR director, Tracy, who's extremely innovative, and she's one of the best in the world to look after us to make sure that we do these things. So what does that mean to you? So I don't look at people and think to myself, this is a media analyst, this is a sales manager, this is an account manager. What I actually look for is soft skills. Who are these people that are coming on board? And in our digital world right now, that's quite difficult because there's so many different technologies and so many different ways of working that you need to really understand who this person is, and then we can train them. So the great thing about Rocket Fuel is if you've got a great personality and you really want to be passionate about technology and actually be creative as well, then you could be a part of our company, because we have all this wonderful technology to teach you to help you do that. So it doesn't matter if you're an account manager, because you need to learn about the technology and talk to people. And it also is the same for a media analyst who understands about SQL and all those kind of things as well, to really make sure we've got this left brain, right brain thinking going on for everybody. In my time, I've only been at Rocket Fuel for a year, but I found over 65 people for us. So, which is really exciting. I mean, once you've met all these really good people, that teaches you more and more and more, so we can give that feedback to you and help you grow in what you want to do for the future. So what I want to do for today is make this really short, actually, because what I want to do is get some questions from you to help you in your career. This is really exciting, guys. You are in this amazing world that you've decided to change your careers, you've become part of the graduate world, and now you're taken on for the future. So it's like, what advice would you like to have for that? I mean, that's the beauty of what we do, is that we give back. So if I meet somebody who comes to join me at Rocket Fuel and they're not quite right, we still give them mentoring and understanding and how we can help with their resumes or suggest different courses for them to how to grow, because that person will come back to us in the future. So here's an open forum, if that's okay, to ask anything you like. And it's a great place to work, I promise you. So please ask. Sure.
Perfect. That was me.
So it's just you here. All right. Okay,
Very good.
good.
Yay, technology, it's marvelous.
Works. I wanted to ask, how do you cope with the fact that probably a lot of your employees come from very different countries? So there is this very multicultural spirit to the company. How do you make sure that everyone agrees, everyone lives in a relative peace? What are your tactics for that, so to say?
The biggest tactic of all, really, is to treat everybody with humanity. So it's really important. It's that everybody has to understand that different countries have different cultures, and that's something that we embrace. So as the talent director, it's really important for me to come to the different countries and the different cities. Even in Germany, we have like various different cultures from Berlin to Hamburg. So it's important for me to be around and meet these people. And our managers and our people are trained in these techniques as well. So that way you have this universal platform of people talking to each other. And when we get it wrong, we put our hands up and say, we got that wrong. And we actually learn from that. It's very much like our artificial intelligence. It's a machine learning. So if it does something wrong, it won't do it again. So with us, we try very much to do that as well.
Come on, guys. Okay.
Go for it.
You can ask another question, no problem.
Well, the reason why I'm asking the question because I'm very interested in a company. So I have a relative, or a person can have relative experience, but not exactly within the technology. So is it possible for people without such a strong technological background to get into the company? Is there any learning curve provided?
Yep.
Well,
yep,
yeah.
Absolutely. Again, it was back to what I was saying about originally about having the soft skills. If we believe in you, because we actually believe that we should earn our right to hire you, it shouldn't be a case, hey, we're Rocket Fuel and we're the best and you should come to us because we are that amazing. No, it's about understanding who you are and what you can offer us and how we can mutually work together. So, and of course, we have to put in the hard skill training. So some media analysts wouldn't exactly have SQL, so we train them in SQL. So there's many different ways that we can help out. So it's more about the person than the actual hard skill itself. So talk to me.
Okay, we have another question, please.
Hey. Oh, I can just shout.
Shout, that's fine.
I was wondering, now you're saying you're mostly looking for soft skills. When I look at your job postings online for Germany, you require a lot of experience.
Yeah.
In ad sales. So do you have any entry-level positions in Germany, or are they somewhere else, or entry-level?
Well, this is the whole point, right? Because we have to learn as well. So you're absolutely right. And I talked to Jim, who is my counterpart in North America, and he controls that. And we're actually coming up with a new innovation that I brought in called video job specs, which really doesn't sort of like a job spec, whether it's online or offline, doesn't really show about what we can attract and offer to you. So absolutely, we're changing that because we're not finding enough people for us. Because if you, as I said, it's all about meeting people and having that one-to-one interaction. So we have to make sure that happens. I mean, I do about, honestly, 25 interviews a week. And it's amazing. I drink way too much coffee. And I'm sort of like going around like this at the end of the week. But, you know, and I'm out at different events and things like that to make sure that I'm there. I'm out doing public speaking to sort of make sure this is okay, and that's why it's such a privilege to do these things with you guys, because we want to change. The only way we can change is talk to people. So the answer to your question is absolutely, those job specs are on there, they're changing. Come talk to us, and we'll go and do something for you, no problem.
All right, we would have time for one last question. Is there somebody with a last question? Okay, that's also okay, because then we are in time. I thank you very much. It was really an interactive session. I like that.
Good.
So, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Thanks. Oh, wow, thank you.